A couple of weeks ago, my good friend David Doepel was in town promoting a film called Snowflake. And at the same time, he was also announcing the launch of his token sale for Screen Creds. He is the CEO of Demand Film, and I've spent a fair bit of time with him in the past little while. And I've mentioned it a few times, but what I did on the opening night of the movie Snowflake is I did a red carpet interview with him. Now you have the opportunity to hear it, now that I have finally had a chance to edit. The movie Snowflake is still playing. I had fun, and it's not just because he's my friend. I actually really enjoyed the film. Kind of a dark comedy. I'll put a link in the description if you're still interested in going to see it. And so without further ado, enjoy the interview. And keep on hashing.
This is the Analysis in Chains with Nathan Williams and Neil Kieran.
Welcome to Analysis in Chains, live at the red carpet screening of the movie Snowflake. I'm here with my good friend David Doepel, the CEO and founder of Demand Film. David, thanks for joining me.
Oh, and thank you. It's wonderful to be here in Berlin for Schneeflockchen. I've been practicing. Schneeflockchen. Which is little snowflake, I understand, is what it means.
The littlest snowflake. It sounds like a delightful children's film. I think, that's not quite what it is.
Yeah, no. If you look at the poster art, or you see the trailer, you would kind of guess that no, it's not. Yeah.
So this is a special occasion because you were just interviewed by Hollywood Reporter last night. This movie opening is coinciding with the launch of your crypto token. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. So and it coincides with the launch of our company in Germany. So we're currently in 6 countries in the world, and now 7. And tonight is the first screening of this and the world theatrical premiere of Snowflake.
This is amazing. So,
and we're in Berlin, your hometown, and really crypto capital of Earth, right?
It really is becoming that, isn't
it? It is, yeah.
So a lot of people may not have recognized Demand Film yet, except for the ones that are our listeners who are in Berlin, because you were at our Blockchain Unpacked event back in February.
That's right.
But Demand Film is essentially an online system for individuals to request independent films to come to their local theaters. Is that a good explanation?
Yeah, we crowdsource films. We're the Airbnb of cinemas. And we have a network now of 2,600 cinemas around the world, and we help get audiences there. We're here on a Saturday night. This is rare for us. Normally it's more Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, when a cinema might have 4 people in the auditorium, and we'll bring 124.
That's impressive. But tell me, how does blockchain fit into this?
Our blockchain applications, there's actually 2 of them, and it's built on the NEM, and we chose that, I think, particularly because of the kind of company we are. And what we've done is we've supercharged our business using distributed ledger technology. And so it's not like we started with an idea and then built it and then deployed it. We are an existing business, and we've looked around for some both problems and opportunities we've got, and we've said, you know what? Blockchain's a technology that makes a lot of sense. So the first thing we're doing is we're starting to pay royalties to filmmakers using cryptocurrency. So at the moment, our traditional way of been doing it is FX transfers, monthly reporting, all the pounds to dollars, US dollars to euros. You know, we have filmmakers in different countries, we have screenings in different countries, and managing that business is actually time-consuming, right? It takes a lot of work. So by linking that to a blockchain, one, we're creating transparency with the royalty amounts that get posted, but we're also moving it to after every event, the money gets dispersed.
So tell me about the industry itself. Like this is this seems to be sort of a mix. It's not exactly an old industry in the terms of like the mining industry or like the textiles industry where they might be really reluctant to change. Like they do incorporate a lot of new technologies. But have you found that filmmakers are open, like really easy to sell on taking crypto as payment, or is it still a bit of a challenge?
It's a big challenge. Well, the curiosity factor is very high. The commitment factor, not so much.
Okay.
So, but it'll be okay because we are a fiat-based business. Right? People come to the movies and they use their credit cards and they give us pounds, euros, and dollars. So we have money coming in, and so we're able to underwrite the liquidity necessary to do the transactions in crypto. So because we're going to give the filmmakers the money anyway. So in fact, we're buying and selling ourselves on arbitrage at either end of the transaction on the blockchain.
How long has Demand Film been running?
We launched Demand Film in September of 2016.
Okay,
so not quite 2 years. The company itself is 5 years old, and we've been pushing the envelope in terms of innovation and distribution since we started. That was sort of the point. And we've slowly been, gathering our expertise and smarts about this. But the FX transfer is actually the little story. The big story is that we intend to transform marketing for film.
So how do you intend to transform marketing for film?
Yes, well, Nathan, what a great question.
What a great question, yeah.
Well,
yeah. Are these two softballs? Should I ask harder ones?
Yeah, you can ask a hard one in a minute. Right. I'll take the soft one. And in fact, can I throw it back to you and say that in fact you've now used our platform.
I did.
And in fact, you are the world's first recipient of screen cred tokens for helping to sell a ticket to tonight's world premiere.
So you've just outed me as having a conflict of interest in this. I'm just kidding.
Well, it's no conflict of interest.
My 10 screen creds. I am completely unbiased in my assessment of your amazing business. No, I'm just kidding. But it's true. I signed up to help you test your system, and I got my screen creds for signing up, and then people
joining
Telegram, and then I got a link to the premiere. I said, "Hey, I'm going to the premiere. Anyone want to come?" And some people clicked on the link, and I got some screen creds, and one person bought a ticket, and I don't know who it was, but they must have, because I got a lot more screen creds. It's kind of fun.
And in fact, the fact that you don't know who it was is important, because we are in Germany, which is a compliant country within the EU for privacy, and we've worked really hard to protect the privacy around the design and development of this program. So it's anonymized data, and we don't even necessarily know what's going on, but we can see the nodes of activity, and we can see how our information is being shared, and we think that's going to be incredibly valuable as we build our business, because we are at a beating heart. Even though we sell film, we love film, we're in fact a data analytics company, because we're unusual in the film industry, because we are both a distributor, marketer, and a virtual cinema. So we join together our marketing efforts with ticket sales, and we see that in real time. Our filmmakers see that in real time. And so we know that if we're running this ad on one of the social media platforms that won't be named, we know exactly what's happening with it. If a review happens on a certain website and people click from there through, we know if they're buying tickets or they're interested. And so we've been gathering all that data, and we thought, you know what, there are a lot of people out there who are helping us by talking about our movies, and we're grateful, but now we're going to be rewarding them.
So it's like so now you're launching this as a loyalty program of
Yes,
sorts.
it's a blockchain loyalty program.
Now, why the NEM? Why not Ethereum? I guess maybe it's a...
Well, we started on that. If you remember, well, you probably don't remember, but the evidence is there digitally on your platform. In February, we were doing, in fact, our pilot work on Ethereum. And we've moved to the NEM for two reasons. One, transaction cost, speed of transactions, number of transactions per second, way better. And we hope that we need that kind of scale. And then secondly, we're an established business with a whole bunch of code. And so it didn't need all the native stuff that you'd have to build into Ethereum, because it's all living within our own system. And the NEM is really designed to be able to plug in.
What are some of the trade-offs between Ethereum and NEM? Because the NEM actually is not one I've looked into too deeply. This is but every time you have increased transaction speed or reduced transaction costs, you're trading off something.
Yeah. So the proof of work is differently designed, and it's a proof of importance.
Okay.
Right, and so it relies on an eigenvalue system where importance of nodes are what's needed to achieve consensus. So you don't need the entire community to vote and sign and make something happen.
Interesting.
Right. So, and the cryptographic curves that they've used to design all of that, though, I think really elegant mathematics. So now I know, just because I read, that people are ferocious about the tribe they belong to.
It tends to happen.
It does.
It's a little bit like a religion. You've got your different groups that really rally around their own flag.
Yes. Yeah. So, but we're confident and comfortable with it. Now, it wasn't my own research that found it. One of our advisors is also doing work on the NEM, and we sat down, I read the white paper, and we had a big, long think about it, because obviously we'd already marched down the path a little ways and had the developers, learning Solidity and all the rest of it, and so there we go. Anyway, they don't have to now because it's all done. We live in a PHP, resting API, RESTful APIs and all that, so we're very comfortable in this realm, yeah.
What does building on NEM mean in terms of getting listed on exchanges or holding in private wallets?
Look, that's a good question, and there's an observation that goes with that, because obviously if we're on Ethereum, everyone's heard of it, everyone has Ether, the number of exchanges that trade Zems, not as much, but we're not trading Zem, we're trading Screencreds.
Okay.
Right? We're trading our currency. Now, you have to grease the wheels with Zem, but we need that. The people who use Screencreds don't need that. We set the transaction value as 0 from our side, so we thought about that, and we said, no, we want a low barrier to entry for this. And the first exchange that we've partnered with, NCX, which is a Perth-based company, which is where we're based, and we met there. They've been specialising in building sort of low-sloping on-ramps onto...
What does that mean?
Well, the on-ramp into an exchange is really steep.
Well, I've heard that some charge quite exorbitant prices.
No, well, I'm not talking about me getting on or our company getting on. I'm talking about the average user getting a wallet and getting involved in crypto. So you asked right at the start of the interview about where do filmmakers sit. Well, we've got dozens of filmmakers. We release, say, 25 films a year. We have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of customers. The number of those who go, wow, I can get cryptocurrency, is not a big number.
Okay.
Right? But we're setting it up so that it's a gentle on-ramp for them to be able to then end up on the exchange as well. Right, so, and I think that's important, because there's a lot of people who aren't signing up or getting involved just because they start with a nano wallet and it's like too hard.
Now, when you're giving money to filmmakers in crypto, is it Screencreds or your own crypto, or are you doing Zems?
It will be Screencreds.
It will be Screencreds.
It will be Screencreds. Filmmakers who are working with us, it will be Screencreds, but you will be able to instantly transact it for whatever currency you're in. And we can do that because we've got the currency.
Oh, I see. So you're underwriting the Screencreds.
Yeah, we are. Well, because we have to give them the money anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. No, that makes sense. So
in that regard, it's just an FX transfer. But for everybody else, it's... I think we're doing something that I hope people will really get behind, which is everyone, well, no, a lot of people are on social media. A lot of people post, comment, and all the rest of it. And the adage that's going around, if you're not paying for the product, then maybe you are the product. And in the transactions that I personally have with the systems, what I get is to use them for free.
Yep.
What they get is to make money out of me using it for free.
Right.
And they're making a lot of money.
Yes.
And so I wonder whether that transaction is a bit too asymmetric. And so we're working on a willingness to pay model. We've got really smart economists working on the tokenomics to be able to say, how much can we